A lot of people do ask us, is my home suitable or not suitable to be auctioned? And I would say the general rule is most properties can and in fact should be auctioned. Where a property can't be auctioned, it usually has some sort of inherent defect that means it can't be settled. It might be something that makes it uninsurable or a defective title. There are a number of other issues. These are all things that we would recommend our owner get sorted before they go to market, irrespective of the method of sale. We do like all of our owners to physically come to the auctions where it's practical. Appreciate if we do have those overseas owners or out of town owners, that isn't necessarily always able to be done. Some things just happen at the last minute on the day, and to have the boots on the ground to be able to deal with that in person does make life easier for all parties. Setting the reserve requires a bit of thought. Obviously, as our owners, you will have your expectation, your dream price, your satisfactory price, and your grumpy price. There are a number of places where you could set it. We always recommend that you set it in line with the market feedback. That allows us, through the auction process, to utilise that competition, placing the property on the market and achieving that premium result through competitive bidding. We're often asked if we should have a property pulled if we haven't found a buyer leading up to the auction. The answer to this is no, for two reasons. There could always be someone lurking in the shadows that we're not aware of. They might have been spending their time and money doing due diligence in order to bid and are going to be a surprise to us and yourselves. But also, we don't want to send that negative signal to the marketplace. Far better to pass the property in than risk sending, as I say, that negative signal that there was a reason that your property couldn't be sold unconditionally. We certainly have a lot of properties at the moment where there is only one bidder, and this isn't a cause for concern. It shouldn't change the outcome of the auction, only the optics. Our recent stats would suggest you've got about a 3 out of 4 chance of being sold unconditionally on the day, where we can at least get one bid or offer. So that chance, that very high chance of being sold unconditionally, certainly shouldn't be foregone. Where a buyer has asked to vary the terms to the auction, assuming those terms are okay with you, well, certainly you'd be silly not to sign them as well. It's a great and positive sign from the buyer that they're wanting to engage with your auction, with your property, albeit on those terms that work for their situation. Of course, they have to suit you as well, but we'd always encourage where you can to work with any variation of terms. We recommend selling at auction here at Bayleys for a few reasons. The first is that we're dealing with the best and most motivated purchasers in the marketplace. Think about it like boarding a flight. You let the first class passengers on, essentially with an auction campaign with those unconditional buyers. That's what we're doing, allowing them the first bite at the apple, as it were, before we go to the rest of the market. We certainly always still have that option of those conditional buyers, but the best buyers in the marketplace are often the most well-heeled on the most simple terms. That's favourable to you. We accompany that with that deadline that forces them to act and act in a timely fashion, because we know that time on the market doesn't mean meeting more buyers. It means you face more competition to sell. Timeliness that the auction provides is certainly its biggest advantage. The Bayleys auction process is different for a few reasons. The first is that you have a dedicated team of full-time auctioneers. This is all we do, dedicated to your area, dedicated to your agent. What you'll also find is there is a team behind the scenes, be it from our admin support to your auction support team, your managers and your salespeople are all very much ingrained and involved throughout the process in an effort to get your property sold.